Hey everybody, this is a 2007 Honda CR-V, about 150,000 miles on it. Recently I heard some weird noise from the engine, so I opened it up and checked it out. Still not sure what the noise is about. Could be the valves or something else. But in exploring the noise, what I found was the power steering was having some leakage. It wasn't failing, but you can definitely see that there's some leakage. And the way I saw that actually wasn't because I looked at the hose. And if you just actually look at the hose here, you see to the right it's all dry, and to the left it's all wet, and it's definitely leaking. But the way I found that it was leaking is when I looked at the reservoir. The reservoir was getting lower, and when I opened it, I saw that it was at the low point. Your vehicle should not be doing this. It should always be at about the same place where it had always been. You know, high point, low point. Unless it's leaking. If it's leaking, then yep, you're gonna lose some fluids. So I added some genuine fluid, and a few days later, it lowered again, and as you can see right now, it's, let's see, there you go. You might see, let's see right there. Lower again. Let's see. Yeah, it doesn't matter, but anyway, you get the point. If you look closely, you can see it. It's hard to see it, but if you look close, you can see it. And the lamp and the eyes just, oh, there you go. You can see it, you know. All right, so there was the thought that this was going to be the power steering pump. And I looked this great power steering pump up on YouTube. Thank you, YouTube. Thank you everybody who does this stuff. And I thought, okay, you know, go replace the pump. And then I thought about it more, and I talked to a mechanic friend of mine, and then I thought it some more, and I want to do some observation. First of all, there really isn't any leaks that I can see on the pump itself, like a lot of other people have been talking about, you know, leaks and so on and so forth. So I don't see it on the top, I don't see it on the bottom. Well, obviously I don't see it on top, but I see it on the bottom, see it on the side. Just doesn't look like there are leaks. I don't see it over here, and there are some great videos on how to change this thing. Man, I hope I don't have to do it. Thanks for the info though. And if we go on this side of it, which is, I guess, toward the car side instead of toward the fender side, you actually do see a whole bunch of leaks and grease down there. It's kind of hard to see here. I'm probably not going to be able to do it. Good job. That's hard. Let's see. Nope. Oh, here you go. Let's try this way. Let's see if I see it. Nope. No good. No, not really. Yeah, just. Well, anyway. If you can see it, but you can't. Let's see if you could. Wow, this shit's hard, man. This making YouTube video shit is fucking hard. Fucking goddamn fucking YouTube. Fuck you, YouTube. Fuck you, motherfucker. Let's see. I guess you can see it here, you know. Let's see. Okay, so there's that square thing on the right center. Well, anyway, you might not be able to see it, but it is pretty dirty down there. So this could be an indication that it is from our pump here, right? You know, our power steering pump. But after you look at it a lot more, you're going to see that what kind of makes sense, you know, for this hose. Let's see if I can see right there, you know, where on the lower right corner, where it's leaking, for that hose to leak all the way, you know, down all these parts, and therefore all this other stuff is, oh crap, all this other stuff is, that, oh crap, that's nothing, just the phone not acting the way I wanted to. All this other stuff is coated with fluid, so that totally made sense. Because as you know, continue to look more and more on the pump itself. No, you know, no leaks that I can see. You know, no residual, none of that residual stuff I can see. So I am super happy I don't have to deal with the pump. Hope I never do. Thank you so much for you folks on YouTube, in case I do have to do it. Hopefully no. Anyway, now we get down to just checking it, the rest of this out, and you can see on, let's see, oh, you can see the two, you can see the hose. Okay, check it out. You see the part where it's leaking is all black and shiny, and the part on that's on the lower, excuse me, on the lower right corner, and on the left, that same hose, the pressure hose, it's all dry and kind of dull. Yep, definitely leaks, right? So let's check out the entire line. You know, we've got this whatever sensor here, and you know, we've got moving over here to where are we? Oh yeah, here we go. Kind of looks like that, and you see all that gunk to the right. Why is it always to the freaking right? You see all the sand and dust and gunk. My mechanic told me that, you know, at the dealership, that had been replaced like, I don't know, 3 or 4 years ago, but whatever. I didn't replace it. And that's the steering rack. So that ain't happening, but I will replace the this, you know, power steering hose, and just to see what it looks like for me, so that I make sure I got the same part and so on and so forth. This is kind of weird, you know. I went to the parts store at, and I saw here, let's see, oh yeah, right there. You see in the very center, that orange ring thing? There's like a, how do you describe that? A center marking on the part of the hose with the nut. And that center marking doesn't exist in the new replacement. And it kind of threw me off because it kind of looked like, you know, wrench might go in the middle, might go in there a little differently. But it turned out this is just a square like the new one. The new one is a complete square, and it does not have that little center thing. See in the very top, you know, if you look at the orange thing and then you go a little bit up and look at the nut, you'll see like just straight across the top in the very center on a piece of metal that there's something popping up on the center. On the new thing, it doesn't have that, so that kind of threw me off a little bit, and maybe I almost want to return it. But I looked at it again, I was like, oh, you know, this really isn't a little pop-up thing, it's just a center thing. And for some reason, Honda, the original parts of it, has this center thing in it. All right. So hey everybody, the point I wanted to emphasize here is take your time, look it over, and then decide where to go. For me, this is about 5 days, 7 days, something like that. I know there's a problem with it. I was glad I had a chance to think about it. But, you know, if you are able to think about it just for a little bit even a few minutes and just look things over. Ah, fuck me. I hate saying that shit. I feel like fucking, I'm giving a fucking lecture here. But anyway, look things over, look at what you buy as a replacement, and just check it out, point by point. I mean, obviously the fluid leaking because having to replace this like every 2 or 3 days. This is what I'm having to deal with. Yep. Look it over. Check out what you have. Check out what you got. What you got. I don't know how can you see it. Not very well, but anyway. Line it up. Here's that square thing I was telling you about. Right there in the center. You can see it. Right there. The square thing. The square thing doesn't have the little notch thing that the other one does. So, freaked me out. Made me a little bit worried. But after I looked it over and over and over, it's like, yep, that's the same thing. So I'll go with it. All right, here we go. I mean, actually, before here we go, I'm gonna look at a YouTube video. Hopefully I can find one on how to do this thing here, That thing with the orange circle, orange ring. Just to make sure I get it right and not screw it up. Hopefully there's a video out there, but if not, this will have to be one of them. No doubt about that. I'm sure there's so many videos out there, but hopefully I can find the right one. If I can't, well, hopefully this one will get distributed and be helpful. Thank you, YouTube. You are the most helpful. So, as I'm looking at the engine here, one of the things I noticed is there's a whole bunch of crapinol, How can you tell? Oh yeah, okay. If you look at the center left, you see that those rings, that's the boot of something or something. And that boot, when you look at, in my car here, let's see if you can see it. I'm sure you can see it. On the upper part of the boot, I'll be still, is dry. On the lower part of the boot, it's wet. You can see it wet and black and shiny. Same story to the right of the boot. Black and, well, actually more like gray, but it's hard to tell, I guess, but it's definitely grimy. Here, let's see if you can tell the difference between, like, right there to the right of the orange ring versus to the right of that blue tape. And to the right of that blue tape is relatively dry and clear, whereas like whereas immediately to the left of the blue tape, to the right of the green and to the right of the blue connectors, those are some type of electrical connectors. In that area right there, you can see it's grimy, wet, greasy, a little bit shiny. You can, from the naked eye, you can definitely tell there's dirt in there. So this whole, all this stuff here that I don't know where it came from. Most likely it came from the power steering hose leaking, which is that orange circle thing to the lower left corner. All right, so I don't know. I'm gonna have to get rid of all that grease because those are the good indicators as to when something is going wrong. For tonight, I'm gonna be lazy. I'm gonna fill this up with and then go to sleep because it's almost midnight. It's 11:30. I guess I can't do my work. See right there, lower, upper. It's been freaking leaking. fill up and go to sleep, and then deal with the hose tomorrow. See right there. Good enough. Use only Honda genuine power steering fluid. Let's see, make sure we got the right thing. Honda genuine power steering fluid. HG. Hey everybody, getting to still working on the power steering hose, pressure hose, yay. So right there is, let's see it. You can see it right there, so I need to take it off. Anyway, to do that, if you take off the air housing element and the air housing box, it would be super easy because you have a whole bunch more room to work with. So take out the battery, negative and then positive. Take out the hose for the intake, the engine. Took down the hose for the intake to the air filter. Take all this nuts. Here's the problem. That's not those nuts are easy. This little guy here, I have no idea what to do with this guy because it doesn't just easily pull off. Well, at least not what I did. And I really don't feel like going in here. There are two nuts that holds the little metal thing here. This little metal thing. If you feel it and look closely at it, you're gonna find two nuts on the side of the engine block. And I really don't feel like taking that out. So I'm gonna see if there's any way whatsoever for me to. Oh, I see. Okay, so you know what? I want to pry it from the very bottom, which is right here at the very bottom, and not there. Let's try that. Okay, everybody, look. This is. I should have thought of this. This bad boy, little bad boy here. See it? It's like, well, why isn't there a screw so I can just take it off, right? Let's see if we can see it. Yeah, you can see it. It's just, a rubber thing. So the way to do this, is to just pull it. Pull it up, and voila, you're done. Hey everybody, you will certainly want to remove the battery. Bye-bye battery. This is a 2007 CRV. Oh, thank God, that's gone. And then you'll remove the box, the entire filter box. Look at this amount of space you have to work with, man. I mean, look at this. And easily, the 21 millimeter goes in here. Boom. With just this piece of cake. I mean, oh my God. Look at the amount of space I got to work with. And look at that. Look at how much room my hands and arms have. Thank you, space. All right, watch this. After, the battery's gone, the air box is gone, we can look at that. Look at how much space my hand has. Just go in there with my 21 millimeter, right there, this little puppy, and go. Ready? Watch that. Yank. Yeah, I love yank. Yank, yank, yank. And voila. Look at that. That's so fucking awesome. Okay, I cheated a little bit. This was a little tight, but still a simple yank did the job. And now it's just, you can do by hand. Okay, next ones are for these guys. All right, you can see it. Okay, great. So it's going to be these guys here, this guy here, and it's going to be this guy here. I can't even see it from here. The camera can see it better than I can. It's going to be this guy there somewhere. Anyway, it's right behind that blue thing. Yeah, there it is. I see it. That guy there. So anyway, that's the hose. Yep, and then don't forget that sensor. Then let's see. Bloop, 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 bloop. I am not gonna take this off. I don't see why you need to do that. Then take that out, and then this, we're done. Alright, so I'm gonna get the those bolts off of the line. I mean, you should be able to see this. This is super easy. You know, here's my wrench. Oh crap! And then there's the nut. You just can't see it, right? Oh yeah, right there. There's gonna be another one over here. Take this off, and then take these off. Let's see. We'll go. All right, so I got those out. That was super easy. It's about to pull, just to pull the hose out, right? But here, when I was trying to do that, right down here in that little blue thing, actually, this little blue thing right there, you see that's got like a little, I don't know, some type of attachment thing. Someone had to relieve it of that in order to pull the entire thing out. All right, everybody, so right here, that little thing that's holding the line right there, let's see if you can see right there. Yeah, just squeeze it, okay? Squeeze it. I mean, it's the pain, but squeeze it and then loosen it. Yep. All right, so instead of having something right here to get the fluids, let's see, because it is already coming out. I just put some really absorbent there because I don't know where it's going to drip to. I don't really know where it's going to flow, but something really absorbent like toilet tissue, or in this case I got some what's it like? Was it those those ball things? But my kids playing with it, and I just they're thrown away, so I saved it, and here we are. I have use for it. What is those things? Cotton balls. Yeah. But it wasn't cotton balls. It was just like cotton balls. It was one of their dolls that was stuffed with cotton balls, cotton material like this. So now you can see it. Just coming out. Oh wow, this is cool. I'm watching it on the screen instead of watching it. Okay, there you go. So. Voila, you heard that. That was everything coming out. Woo, look at that beauty. It came out by itself. Look at that. Hey everybody, guess what? I almost, here it is, stand up so it wouldn't leak, so everything just drained to the bottom instead of leaking or whatever. Okay, I just want to do this to show you. I almost stopped work on this because this O-ring, some people were saying that this has to be replaced, and I agree. So I was gonna wait till tomorrow, so I go to the dealership and make sure to buy an O-ring before I take this thing apart. And then I kind of got smart, well maybe, and I decided, okay, let me look at the outside drip. Let me look at the new one and see if there's an O-ring already there. And when you believe it, the new one has an O-ring. See that? Right there. It's the black thing right there. It has an O-ring. And on this end, where it goes into the transmission or the steering column, no O-ring. So yay, hallelujah. Just put it back together and we're set to go. Yeah, can you believe it? Almost stopped. It's almost midnight, and I gotta work tomorrow. But almost stopped because I was gonna go buy an O-ring first. Luckily, I looked, and I'm so happy that whoever else was posting this was talking about the O-ring, because it is important. But I looked, and it exists in the package itself, so no worries.